friends, Elena here. I'll be spending a week in Jeju. I've been solo traveling in Korea for about a month and I've visited 5 cities thus far. I came from Busan, I took a flight over and I'm looking forward to spend some time in Jeju. Because it is quite late already, the only attraction I'm visiting today is Seongsan mountain. I'm going to catch the sunset. Made it to the peak. I would say that it is an easy hike. It took me about 20 minutes to get up. They have a proper walking trail with staircases and hand railings. There are also ample resting spots in between. This is a really beautiful place and I'm looking forward to see the sunset. You can see the sun is already setting. Technically, there is still about an hour to go, so I'm just gonna sit here and chill. Good morning friends, today is my second day in East Jeju. First of all, I am going to visit a cafe that is recommended by my friend and it just so happened to be located near my accommodation. Secondly, I'm going to go to an aquarium and I'm going to end off the day with a hike. That was a really nice cafe to chill. I just wish that I came earlier so that I have more breakfast options. I cannot believe that they sold out everything within its first hour of opening. Anyway, I also wanted to take this opportunity to share my driving experience in Jeju thus far. Some quick background. I passed my driving license test 5 years ago, but even with that, I rarely drive in Singapore because I do not have a car. So my only extensive driving experience was during my solo trip in Australia. First thing I want to point out is that Jeju drivers are really kind and friendly. There have been 2 occasions where I drove in the opposite lane and I only realized that when the cars came to me and you can see the drivers inside just smiling at you. Some quick observations about Jeju traffic as well. Firstly, the speed limits here are so slow. In the main city, it's 50 km per hour, but I can understand that because it's crowded. There are cars, there are pedestrians. But even on highways, 70 km per hour, are you kidding me? I have actually driven over speed limit quite a number of times. The GPS alerted me and gave me red signals. It is really very difficult to control your speed, especially when there are no cars on the highway. The second thing I noticed here is the traffic lights. Technically, if the traffic light is red, you would stop and let the pedestrians and cars pass, right? But apparently, there are junctions where if the traffic light is red, you can still make a right turn. But then again, it is a me problem because I did not read the traffic rules in Jeju beforehand and I've just read them, so I'm going to share with all of you now. If you see an amber flashing light, it means keep a lookout for pedestrians. Secondly, yes, you can actually make a right turn even if the traffic light is red. I am definitely going to take some time to get used to that new rule. I'm going to change my plan now. Instead of going to the aquarium right after the cafe, I'm going to head over to a fish and chip store to have a heavy lunch because the cookie and coffee will not be enough for me to sustain the whole day.
Singing way oh, you look a drive.
Tried leaving, I tried to run away, I tried to justify the thought of moving on from you, but you're magnetic, yeah, you're magnetic. Fight it. You got me in a spell. I tried to clear my mind, but all I think about is you. I've been patient, I've tried to stay away.
I had a great time in Mazeland and Manjanggul Lava Tube. For Mazeland, there are a total of 3 different mazes for you to complete. You start from the easy one and then you end off with the most difficult one. I really enjoyed getting lost, walking to dead ends, and also talking to random people along the way, telling people, no, it's wrong! Yes, it's right! Apart from the mazes, there is also a forest trail where you can look at flowers, but for myself, I wanted to rush to the lava tube and subsequently get to West Jeju before evening. I do hope that Mazeland will consider adding one more maze, a more challenging one, in fact, maybe with steeper slopes or uneven rocky paths, so that it can frustrate people like me more when we go to the wrong route. As for the lava tube, I spent about an hour there. It is a round trip, so you go all the way in to see a 7.5 meter tall lava rock formation, and then you head back out. It was really very interesting to see different shapes of rock that were being formed by the lava. I'm at the last destination for my East Jeju trip. I'm going to end off with lunch at this Abalone restaurant with a very nice sea view. This restaurant was recommended by my friend, and oh boy, it's almost 2 p.m. now, and even with that, the place is packed. And for one pax, I have to wait 30 minutes. I hope it's good. I'm looking forward to it. Wow, I am so blown away. Lunch was fantastic and it is totally worth waiting for everything. I wish that I have more people with me so that I can order the raw and grilled plate of abalone. They look really good. I definitely highly recommend this eatery. I think it is as good as the seafood restaurant I had last night. This is the end of my East Jeju trip. I'll be heading over to West Jeju now, and it's about an hour's drive away. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this helps you with your planning. If you are keen to check out what activities I will be doing in West Jeju, you can check out my next video. See you guys! Bye bye!